What's going on, everybody? My name is Steven. You guys are watching the Fowler Airgun channel. Welcome back to another episode. Today, guys, we're going to be discussing a product that was sent all the way over from the UK for us to take a look at. This is the Huggett brand moderators for air guns. We're going to be taking a look at the original product from Huggett, which is the Huggett Snipe. We're going to be taking a look at the Huggett Magna and the Huggett Mini Magna. We're going to run them through a series of tests today. We're going to be shooting them out of this 25 caliber crawl platform here. It's a custom platform, doesn't really have a name because it's kind of a mashup of several platforms. We're also going to be shooting them out of this extraordinarily loud PCP pistol here. We're going to find out if there's any kind of pellet clipping or anything going on with obstruction, change of point of impact with the moderators on, with the moderators off. I'm going to give you a close-up look on the moderators. We're going to shoot them. We're going to look at the sound over a sound decibel meter, and we're going to have a little bit of fun today doing this video, so stick around. Alright guys, so we have here the Huggett Snipe. This is 1/2 UNF threaded airgun moderators. We also have the Huggett Magna and the Huggett Mini Magna. Now the only discrepancy we'll have is with the Huggett Magna, that is set in 30 caliber. We're not going to be shooting a 30 caliber platform today. We're going to be just shooting out of this 25 caliber platform. However, I do not believe that is going to cause much of an issue with the sound. Just be aware at the beginning of this video that we will be using a 30 caliber rated airgun moderator on a 25 caliber. It's going to have a little bit more of a diameter there, so you may get a bit more sound than you would in 30 caliber. However, I think this video is going to make for a great comparison here. I'll let you have a look at them first before we get to shooting. This is the Mini Magna. If you're looking for a compact version of the Magna, this is you right here, guys. Very finely machined product, absolutely finely machined. Any of this you see going on here is actually not fingerprinting. That's just from where the product is so cold from this aluminum, and my hands are just a bit warm today. It was cool last night, so they sat in a bit of a cool condition, so these are not a bunch of oil marks rubbing off on here. This is actually just from evaporation from my fingers there. So this is the Mini Magna. That's going to be our compact moderator. This is the original Magna here, which is a much larger version. Again, this is the one that's going to be in 30 caliber and the only one that is going to be in 30 caliber. Shouldn't make much of a difference there. Then we have here the Huggett Snipe. This comes in a nice plastic tube here. This is Huggett's original product, their original moderator here, and it is what I would consider to be kind of a small shrunk down version of the Huggett Magna as far as its design. Now I'm not sure about the internals on these things, if there is a difference between design and the baffles from the Snipe to the Magna. I imagine that there probably is, but we'll take a look at all that stuff. Again, this is the Snipe, the Magna, and the Mini Magna. We're going to run them all through a series of tests. Let's get right onto it. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead first thing and get a decibel check on all of our sound out here before we get to shooting anything. Right now we're averaging 67 decibels. All the way down to like 40 decibels with me not talking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first shoot this air gun. This is a 25 caliber crawl PCP air gun here. We are aired all the way up to 210 bar. We're going to shoot both ways in subsonic and supersonic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot this platform, no moderator on it whatsoever, it just has a thread protector on it right now. We're going to shoot it with the 22 grain H&N Hornet, which is going to be moving supersonic, and then we're going to switch it up and we're going to shoot these 44 grain Javelin slugs, and those will be moving subsonic for us. So let's go ahead, and first thing we're going to do is shoot this one time supersonic, see what we get. Okay, this will be supersonic 22 grain H&N Hornet, unmoderated, right from the beginning of the phone here. 101.9 decibels. Okay, let's try this now, unsuppressed, with the 44 grain Javelin slug, unmoderated. See what we get for noise here. 102.2. Alright, so now that we have that out of the way, let's go ahead and move on to our first moderator. This is the original product from Huggett. This is the Huggett Snipe. We're going to go ahead and thread this right on the end of our air gun here. Again, this is 1/2 UNF threaded here, so it should fit most of your air gun threaded barrels here. Now we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to test this now in supersonic and subsonic with the Huggett Snipe. And let's find out what kind of decibel reading we're getting with this now. 97.8 decibels in supersonic, which is fantastic if you ask me. And now let's go ahead and jump right over and do the same thing right here with the subsonic. Okay, we are subsonic with the Huggett Snipe. 94.1 decibels. I'd say it did a really good job at moderating quite a bit of that noise off of there. Let's actually move on over to the Mini Magna here. This is going to be the compact version of your moderator that you're going to get from them. It is a finely machined product. I think that the finish on it is fantastic. Has absolutely no leftover debris or any crunchiness or grinding over these threads, so it is absolutely smooth installing it on your air gun. Okay, let's go now with the Huggett Mini Magna, going supersonic here with these 22 grain H&N Hornet. See what we get here for sound. 98.4, going supersonic. Let's get one of these 44 grain Javelin slugs loaded in here. Let's find out how we're doing here. Subsonic. This is the Huggett Mini Magna. 98.1 decibels as well. Not too bad. It definitely takes off a whole lot of the noise. Just going to go ahead and move right on over to our largest moderator that we have from Huggett here. This is the Huggett Magna. Again, this one is in 30 caliber, and we're shooting out of a 25 caliber platform, so you may not be getting quite the sound moderation as you should. Perhaps if you were shooting this correctly in a 30 caliber platform, then this may sound a bit quieter. But we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go ahead and shoot one time over supersonic here with the 22 grain H&N Hornet. Supersonic H&N Hornet. 99.8 decibels. And now let's go ahead right behind it and load it up with one of these subsonic 44 grain Javelin slugs. .1 decibels. Absolutely quiet, stunningly quiet in the subsonic platform with the Huggett Magna. I wanted to just add this on for this video. This is my Donnie FL tattoo here. A fantastic product. This is not a video for comparison here to persuade you one way or another for one company or another. I love my Donnie FL products, but I'm going to show you real quick as well. One subsonic and one supersonic out of this same platform here. One supersonic H&N Hornet. 100.2 decibels. Okay, and now we're going to go Donnie FL subsonic 44 grain Javelin slug. 101.7 decibels. Alright guys, we're going to be switching platforms here now for a bit of a different sound comparison. This is my custom Webley Nemesis PCP pistol. It's been converted. It was a CO2 gun. It shoots 27 grain slugs at over 500 feet per second. And the first thing we're going to shoot are these Field Target Trophy Green, a 9.57 grain pellet in 22 caliber, and a 30 grain slug HP2. Let's find out exactly how many decibels we are at. Unmoderated. .5 decibels, and that's going to be unmoderated with the light grain Field Target Trophy Green 9.57 grain pellet, 30 grain slug HP. .104 decibels. Let's find out how well this moderates a fast moving pellet here. Mini Magna. 99.2, much quieter. Okay, let's go ahead and give it a try with the 30 grain slug HP here, moderated with the Mini Magna. 92.5 decibels, much quieter. All right, let's change gears here and actually go over to the big brother here, the original Magna. All right, let's give it a try now with the lead-free Field Target Trophy Green pellet out of the Magna and the pistol. 85.8 decibels, not bad. 30 grain slug HP out of the big old Magna can. 96.3 decibels, how about that? Okay, let's move on over to the Huggett Snipe. This is our final product to test here. Let's go ahead and do the same thing here. I'm going to load up one of these lead-free 9.57 grain pellets. .7 decibels, not bad at all. Okay, let's load it up here with our 30 grain slug. 30 grain slug out of the pistol, moderated with the Snipe. 96.5, very acceptable. Let's find out how it does here. I'm going to aim, same point of aim here. So it looks like we had quite the shift in point of impact, and that brought our sound down to 92.9 decibels. .6 decibels. Alright, so we're going to be moving right over to the Magna in 30 caliber here. 25 caliber platform though. Let's go ahead and see if we can make us a little 5-shot group down there. .5 decibels. 96.1 decibels. And to finish off there with the Magna, it definitely kept what I feel like was a much tighter group. So let's change gears here to our final moderator in this series that we're going to be testing today. This next one we're going to be testing is the compact version of the Magna, and that's the Mini Magna. Mini Magna. .100 decibels. Final shot. .100 decibels is what we're getting. Alright guys, so let me know what you thought about the Huggett Moderators in the comments below if you would. And I just want to say first, a big shout out to Huggett for sending us these products over to take a look at. If you guys are looking for some airgun moderators that work fantastic, I'd have to say out of all of them, the Magna suppressed the most noise, which of course is to be expected. It's a very large can. It does have a slight bit of weight to it. It's not excessive. It's very well balanced. The machining process is fantastic on it. Very smooth, a very flawlessly machined product. I really enjoy them. You're going to see them in a lot more of my videos, especially if I'm shooting anything suppressed, which is the majority of my guns, because I like to be easy on my ears as much as I possibly can, even though I have all this area to shoot. Be sure to go and check them out. I'm going to leave a link in the description below so that you guys know exactly where it is you can go to find these moderators. Do me a favor guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you can see more from it guys. And as always, I will see you on the next one.